Good? Alright, so this is the plans for the sailboat. So we got big sheets here, and what we had to do is these plans are actually fairly old. So I ended up having to make a copy of them so I could cut them out and then trace them onto our sheets of plywood. It actually had told me to use carbon paper to trace them, and I figured it'd be a lot easier to just get a big copy printed instead of use carbon paper.
Okay, so can you talk about what kind of boat you've got here?
So this is a Catamaran sailboat. So it has two hulls, one mainsail. We don't have a jib on this one. This is only a 12-foot boat, so it won't have a jib, which is this front. A jib would be a front sail in the front. Up here you can see this is where you'll be sitting in here, and then down below are the two hulls.
And where on the boat are these?
So these are our hulls right here. So this is one right here with the sheeting on it, and then the other one doesn't have any plywood sheeting on it yet, but that's just the bare frame. So these are our bulkheads here. So we had to, this is what I was talking about when we had to glue and epoxy these plywood pieces to the boards that we cut out here. Here's the keel. So we laminated two, I believe they were 1x3 boards of pine, and we actually did what's called fairing. So we took a plane and we had to plane down the edges so that it would make a V up here towards the front so that our plywood would butt up. These are all rib bands here. So these are what we're going to glue the planking to, and we'll put a few screws in intermittently to keep that down while our glue is drying. Up here is the centerboard compartment. So on the inside, before we put it all together, we had to put epoxy on the inside to make sure that when water, so this is actually really just a hole in our boat right now. So we had to, before we put it all together, we epoxied the inside so that it would be waterproof, or otherwise you're not going to be able to get a paintbrush in there and put epoxy in. So we sealed this guy up, and so that's where the centerboard will go. And as we move off the boat here, we got a laminated stem. So this is just the front part of the boat, the bow of the boat, and yeah, that's kind of the overview. Over here, I've got a bending jig. So if we were to just put this sheet of plywood onto our boat, it would actually just break in half because it would break in half because it's not able to bend as well. So what I do is I just made a little jig here and clamped it down to this stool, and then you take hot water and you soak it so that it soaks all the way through the layers of the plywood, and then you slowly bend it down, and then I just clamped it down here and up here, and I have a piece of canvas to keep it soaked, but it's obviously dried out because I haven't been at this for a couple of days now. And so then once I'm ready to put this piece of sheeting, will go on the far frame, and it'll be the outside of the boat.